If you are over 50 and you think cycling only works your legs, you may be missing one of the simplest ways to help reduce overall body fat. The truth is, every time you get on a bicycle, your body is doing much more than simply turning the pedals. Your heart is working harder, your breathing increases, your muscles demand energy, and your body begins using stored fuel. But here is the part most people do not realize. You cannot choose exactly where your body loses fat first. You may want to lose belly fat, but your body decides where the fat comes from. The good news is that cycling can support full body fat loss when you use it the right way. And in this video, you are going to learn how to turn a simple cycling routine into a powerful fat-burning habit without spending hours in a gym. As we get older, losing body fat can feel much harder than it did years ago. Maybe your waistline has slowly expanded. Your clothes do not fit the same way. You may feel heavier when walking upstairs, getting out of a chair, or climbing onto your bicycle. You might even be eating almost the same foods you always have, yet the number on the scale keeps moving upward. This can happen because our bodies naturally change with age. We often lose some muscle, become less active, and burn fewer calories throughout the day. Muscle is active tissue, meaning it uses energy even when you are resting. When you have less muscle and spend more time sitting, your daily energy needs can decrease. At the same time, fat can gradually accumulate around the waist and other areas of the body. This is frustrating, especially when you are trying to stay healthy and independent. You may think, I need a harder workout, or I need to ride for an hour every day, but that is not necessarily the answer. The secret is not simply riding harder. It is learning how to ride consistently and intelligently. Before we get into the routine, let me ask you something. What if the most effective cycling session for reducing body fat is not the longest ride, but a simple pattern of easy and moderate effort that you can repeat several times each week? That is the strategy we will reveal, because when it comes to fat loss after 50 or 60, consistency often matters more than trying to destroy yourself with exercise. Cycling is especially useful because it is a low-impact activity. Unlike running, cycling places less pounding on your joints because your body weight is supported by the bicycle. This can make it easier for many mature adults to stay active. When you pedal, the large muscles of your legs need energy. Your heart pumps faster to deliver oxygen and nutrients, and your breathing becomes deeper. Your body responds by increasing energy use. Over time, regular cycling can help you create the calorie deficit needed for fat loss. A calorie deficit simply means your body uses more energy than you consume from food. But there is an important point here. Cycling does not magically melt fat from your stomach, arms, or back. Spot reduction is not something you can control. Instead, your body gradually reduces stored fat from different areas as your overall body fat decreases. That means the best strategy is to combine regular cycling with sensible eating and enough recovery. Now let us make this practical. Start with a comfortable cycling session that you can actually maintain. If you are new to cycling, begin with around 10 to 15 minutes at an easy pace. You should be able to speak in short sentences while riding. This is important because many people make the mistake of starting too hard. They ride intensely for a few days, become exhausted or sore, and then stop. That does not help you build a long-term habit. Instead, begin comfortably and gradually increase your time. Once your body becomes accustomed to regular cycling, try a simple interval pattern. Ride easily for a few minutes to warm up. Then increase your pace for about 1 minute. You should feel your breathing become stronger, but you should still remain in control. After that, return to an easier pace for 2 or 3 minutes. Repeat this pattern several times. Then finish with a few minutes of easy cycling. This combination gives your body periods of higher effort followed by recovery. You do not need to sprint. In fact, for many older adults, controlled moderate effort is a much better choice than all-out intensity. Another powerful strategy is increasing your total weekly movement. Imagine cycling for 15 minutes on one day and then spending the rest of the day sitting. That is better than doing nothing, but you can create even more activity by adding small movements throughout your day. Take a short walk after a meal. Stand up regularly if you have been sitting for a long time. Walk around your home. Use the stairs when appropriate and safe. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they add up. Your body does not know that you are trying to exercise. It simply responds to movement by using energy. And remember, cycling is not only about the number you see on a scale. Regular physical activity can help support your heart, muscles, balance, mood, and everyday mobility. That matters because the real goal of healthy aging is not simply to weigh less. It is to live better. You want to be able to walk into a store without feeling exhausted. You want to climb stairs with confidence. You want to play with your grandchildren, travel, work in your garden, or enjoy a morning outside without your body constantly holding you back. Sometimes we become so focused on losing weight that we forget what the weight loss is supposed to give us: freedom. And that freedom can be more valuable than any number on a bathroom scale. Now, here is where many people accidentally sabotage their progress. They finish a cycling workout and think, "I exercised, so I can eat whatever I want." A large meal, sugary drink, or frequent high-calorie snacks can quickly replace the energy you burned during the ride. This does not mean you need to follow a strict diet. It means you should make your meals support your goal. Focus on foods that help you feel satisfied, such as vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, eggs, fish, lean meats, yogurt, nuts in reasonable portions, and other nutrient-rich foods. Drink enough water, especially when cycling in hot weather. And pay attention to portion sizes. Healthy foods can still provide a lot of calories if you eat very large amounts. Another mistake is expecting the scale to change immediately. Your body weight can move up and down because of water, food, sodium, and other normal changes. Instead of judging your progress from one day, look at the trend over several weeks. Notice whether your clothes fit better. Add short periods of moderate effort as your fitness improves. Increase your total activity over time. Support your rides with balanced meals and adequate recovery. And never underestimate the power of consistency. One 15-minute ride will not transform your body overnight. But hundreds of small rides can transform what your body is capable of doing. Think about that. Your goal is not to punish your body because you gained weight. Your goal is to take care of the body that has carried you through decades of life. Every pedal stroke is a small investment in your future independence. Every ride is a reminder that getting older does not mean you have to stop moving forward. If you are starting today, keep it simple. Get on your bicycle, choose a safe route, ride at a comfortable pace, and focus on building the habit. Over time, gradually increase your duration and add controlled periods of moderate effort. If you have been inactive for a long time, have significant medical conditions, or experience chest pain, unusual shortness of breath, dizziness, or severe pain during exercise, stop and seek appropriate medical advice before continuing. Your health journey does not need to be extreme. It needs to be sustainable. You do not need a perfect workout. You need a routine you can return to tomorrow. And if your goal is to reduce full body fat, improve fitness, protect your independence, and feel stronger as you age, cycling can be a simple place to begin. Start with one ride, then another. One day, you may look back and realize that those small rides were not just helping you lose fat. They were helping you build a healthier, more active life. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who wants to stay active after 50 or 60, and subscribe for more simple, practical health and fitness advice for healthy aging.